Well, when I first heard of permaculture, I was thinking of my house. I was thinking of my home. What could I do as a homesteader in my house? And I thought it fit really well because I had little gulches and up and down hills and stuff like that. And permaculture made sense in trying to make sure that the use of the place was sustainable and the water wasn't going to erode, and I would have water without being plugged into the county water system. I could become more independent. It made sense. Today it's blossomed into a larger picture, where now I'm thinking permaculture is something that can actually heal the island of Moloka'i, because this continental view of things have actually devastated this island, where they brought in cattle and sheep and goat, and they've devastated our mountaintops, and everything from the mountains have flowed into our fish ponds, and they've clogged up our fish ponds, ruined our fish ponds, went all the way out into the reef and started killing all of our coral. So now this whole concept of permaculture can actually stop that, and it can actually make all of the land between the rainforest and the coastline, there's this dead zone that's been caused by this continental view of things. Now we can actually use permaculture to bring that back alive again. And that's what excites me, is that we can actually make all of these wastelands that have been created by cattle and sheep and goats and bad use of the land into being productive again. And that's just by using permaculture concepts. And I've listened to the concepts and it makes perfect sense. I mean, the land is finite. We can go into our canoe and we can go right around the island, and we know that's all we have. You know, we don't go on the mountaintop and look and it's endless. No, it's finite. There's only so much water. There's only so much land. There's only so much fish. There's only so much. So you don't waste it. You don't destroy it. I mean, you take care of it to the point where you actually become part of your spirituality when you worship it. And you have a direct relationship. It becomes part of you. You cannot survive without it, and you have the capability of killing it. So for Moloka'i represents what I'm talking about. This is Moloka'i Aina Momona, the land of the fat fish and kukui nut relish. This was where food was abundant. Our resources were all abundant. Our North Shore valleys, tons of taro was produced in our North Shore valleys. The plains of Ho'olehua, where the airport is, that was all sweet potato. Right here where we're talking, we have the largest contiguous reef system in all of the United States of America. One huge 11,000 acres of reef that produce food. And then the Hawaiians doubled the capacity of food production by building fish ponds. So the potential of us feeding at least a million people was there just by our natural resources and the way that the Hawaiians handled the production of these resources. And not only was it handled where it could feed a million people, but it was handled where it could feed a million people for a million years. So to me, that's the concept. That's the concept of permaculture. That's the concept of the ahupua'a. That's the concept of island mentality, where you can actually survive in the middle of the Pacific forever and ever. I mean, who knew that better than the Hawaiians?